half-volley pass so low and so quick, forcing the error. So McEnroe is being subjected to really a pacey performance from Agassi that is quite astonishing in its consistency. I mean, a lot of people could hit the ball this hard, but without making errors. Not many can do that.
Astounding. It's a fine serve. Look where Agassi's out of the picture. He covers the full width of the court and whips that ball cross court. The one-handed backhand, he recovers so well. He changes direction and on the run plays the most marvelous forehand.
Looking for help to Jay Snyder, who can't possibly overrule such a close one. But I think recognizing that his pal the other end, his Davis Cup colleague, is having a golden day.
All. .40-30.
Well played.
Agassi leads 3-2, third set, by 2 sets to love.
McEnroe hanging in, and Andre Agassi is surprising me here, Mark, because I wondered whether the great respect in which he holds John McEnroe might affect his ability to be able to perform at his peak, but it hasn't so far.
No, it certainly hasn't. You're quite right there, John. They play together, they practice together, and they play doubles together in Paris, and fellow Davis Cup members. And I believe that McEnroe also has given Agassi a little bit of advice on how to play on grass courts, and that is really being shown here to be extremely effective. Reduce the backswing on the ground strokes, just hit through the ball with a little flick of the wrist, and that really has been a decisive part of Agassi's game. But I think we can just have a quick look at this, the way he shapes up. There's 2 hands on the backhand there. He positions himself. Look at his shoulder turn and his knee bend. And he launches himself into that ball. That really is quite something, isn't it, when you see it in slow motion. But I think we must compliment John McEnroe on that last service game. He served well. He's got first serve into play and really displaying fighting spirit. Well, he's into the net again as soon as he gets the opportunity. Look how quickly he moves and how well he plays that half volley, McEnroe. And yes, good anticipation.
Oh, perfection. So here the champion fights back. An amazing return of serve, pure reflex, and then exactly the right choice of shot.
Correction, ball was good.
Come on now.
Right on the line.
You gotta be kidding me. That's a clear mistake? What constitutes a clear
Two serves.
mistake to you? A quarter of an inch? A large puff of chalk behind the line constitutes a clear mistake? Oh, you gotta be. That's incredibly bad call.
Well, I'm glad John saw the puff of chalk, because we did, and assumed, therefore, that it probably caught the line. It doesn't always follow, but I think it did, you know, seeing it again. I think it hit the line. So the fierce competitor here, wanting so desperately to get back on level terms, and with half a chance now to break, has to face a first serve again. Incredible. It is quite incredible.
30 all.
Look at this incredible rally. And who said you can't have rallies on grass these days? But Agassi's length is so perfect that that's the first chance that McEnroe has to get in. And what does he do? He hits the line. And small wonder that McEnroe cannot believe what has happened to him. What a display this is from Agassi. Well, they asked for the monitor to be switched off themselves. Well, I think Agassi can see the irony in this situation. They asked for the monitor to be switched off, which I'm sure wouldn't have bleeped then. But the line judge's opinion was that the ball landed behind the line.
(40-30).
And the point that Mark Cox made some moments ago, that Agassi is so collected, so calm, even in adversity when the calls are going against him.
Game, Agassi. Agassi leads the third set 4-2.
Escaping from love 30 on his serve. With some more of that explosive shot making. which has destroyed everything in its path in this championship, including Boris Becker in the previous round, that wonderful fifth set he played against the man who a lot of people hoped might bring back memories of 1984, that great year when he beat Connors in the final with a display the like of which I don't think I've ever seen. 2-4 though now.
love.
Well, look at Agassi, how he has to return the ball from right in the body there. And McEnroe's placement was absolutely perfect.
Game, McEnroe. Ball change. Agassi leads by 4-3, third set, and by 2 sets to love.
Well, that seventh ace there from John McEnroe. It's a string of games now where he's managed to hold on to his own serve. But the question is, of course, he's got to break his opponent's serve. And this, I think, is going to be a test, really, of Agassi to see whether he can maintain the precision, the high-quality play that we've seen so far in this match. He has, of course, great respect for his opponent, McEnroe. But there has always been a little bit of a question mark about John McEnroe and Andre Agassi in the big matches, whether he can see it through. And now I think this is the test for him. And the weather looking distinctly angry up there.
Time.
So this is the time for John McEnroe to try to get the Agassi serve back and get on top of the net to put pressure on Agassi, because at this stage he's the most vulnerable.